morning, squad. Welcome back to MadMizzy Sports Morning Show, the number one spot for everything sports talk, sports news, sports debate in the morning. Hope y'all have a great Wednesday today. But we have a great rundown today. Of course, we're going to go back and recap the NBA games that I spoke on yesterday of the Golden State Warriors at the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers at the Portland Trailblazers. I went 0 for 2 last night with the Golden State Warriors and the Portland Trailblazers both losing last night. Then we're going to speak on the new rankings that came out in college football, and does Michigan deserve to be the number one team heading into championship weekend? Then we're going to end it off with a sports debate, and then a little injury update of, is Deshaun Watson a top 5 quarterback once he comes back into the NFL? And the update on Von Miller's injury, what he said on his podcast yesterday. Let's get right into it, gang. So let's start it off going back to Dallas. Golden State Warriors at the Dallas Mavericks, losing 116-113 on a buzzer beater that was missed by Klay Thompson at the end of the game, at the end of regulation, to lose that game in Dallas. What did I see yesterday? To me, I just seen what I continually see out of the Warriors when they don't win. Steph doesn't get any offensive help. You look at it, Kuminga had 14 points with the second most points on the team. Jordan Poole had 9. You had 11 and 12. You had like 12 and 13 from Wiggs and Clay. So you didn't get too much from the supporting cast. You get 32, 5 and 5 from Steph. And you expect to win that game, honestly. Well, no, I'm not going to say you expect to win that game, especially when you give up 41, 12, and 12 to Luka Doncic. And then, like I said, you look comparingly to the Dallas Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 22 points for the second most points on the Dallas Mavericks. Then you had Christian Wood out there doing this thing. So they had a lot more help offensively for Luka Doncic, just no help for Steph Curry. I mean, like I said, they had consistent help once you look at like the box score and everything, but they needed somebody in that 20-point range to really push them over the top. Now, let's shift gears and speak on the Los Angeles Clippers 118-112 win over the Portland Trailblazers. To me, I mean, you ain't got no Damian Lillard out there. He said he is eyeing a December 4th return against my Indiana Pacers, ironically. But to me, like I said, you don't have no Damian Lillard out there. On the other side, like you said, like I said yesterday, with the Los Angeles Clippers, no Luke Kennard, no John Wall. They expecting John Wall to be back possibly on Sunday. No Kawhi Leonard, no Paul George. So there's absolutely no excuses. The Clippers are just a well-rounded, well-coached team. When you look at them, they play hard, defensive team, and then they rely on each other to get each other their shots as they play offensively. They play as one offensively and defensively, especially without their superstars out there. So to me, I just look at it like Clippers being the same old Clippers that they've been over the past 2 years. I'm going to bring a Los Angeles Clippers to debate tomorrow, because if they don't get to a conference finals this year, which they probably won't, this has got to be the most disappointing constructed super team in the history of super teams. Gotta be. Let's touch on the new college football rankings that came out, that were released yesterday. The College Football Committee had it going. Georgia Bulldogs at number 1, Michigan Wolverines at number 2, TCU Horned Frogs at number 3, and the USC Trojans at number 4. Did the Michigan Wolverines deserve to be the number 1 team headed into championship weekend? To me, I'm going to say no. I'm a Michigan fan. I'm a huge Michigan fan. I bleed maize and blue. When we was getting beat on, we had Rich Rod. We had some of these dudes I don't even remember. Shout out to Brady Hoke, because he did his thing when he was coaching a little bit. But I've been here. You get what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say that we should be number 1, simply because Georgia is the defending national championships, and they didn't slip up this year. Point blank, period. They came out, they punched Oregon dead in the mouth. They went over there, they hosted Tennessee, who was number 1 at the time, into their home state, or what was they, number 1 or number 2 in the AP poll at the time, invited them into their home stadium, beat on Tennessee. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they've answered every test that was given to them this year, and like I said, they're the defending national champs off of a dominant college football playoff run last year. So why would you take them out of the number 1 spot when they dang near got the same team that they had last year, and they running like they was last year? But I do think that the Michigan Wolverines are the best team in college football this year. I just don't think that they had the opening to get that number 1 spot, and we'll have an opportunity to prove that in the college football playoffs. But you look at it, we had 2 dominant wins. We invite Penn State into the big house, beat on them 41-17. They're the number 10 team in the country right now. And then we walk and strut into the shoe and beat on the Ohio State Buckeyes 45-23. They are still the number 5 5-6 team in the country right now. So we have the 2 most impressive wins by any team in the country right now. So I do think we're the best team in the country. Like I said, we just didn't get that opening to slide into that number 1 spot. But hey, as long as we get an invite to the dance, and I'm looking at the rest of the teams, TCU and USC ain't scaring me none. You feel me? So I'm feeling very confident heading into the college football playoffs as long as we don't slip up against Purdue this week. I'm feeling very, very confident heading into the college football playoffs. Should we be the number 1 team? No, but I do feel as though we are the best team in college football this year. So let's move into the NFL and let's touch on Deshaun Watson, and then we're going to touch on Von Miller before we get out of here. Is Deshaun Watson the top 5 quarterback as he re-enters the NFL and re-enters on the Cleveland Browns? To me, I'm going to say no, but he is an elite talent. To me, when we look at a lot of things and we look at quarterbacks and we break it down, and a lot of people, the first person that they throw out to me that I always have a rebuttal for is Justin Herbert, because he hasn't been to the playoffs yet. No matter what you want to say about his talent and how it looks and this, that, and the third, get to the playoffs, bro. And I watched him. Yes, he's talented, but it's not. It's not like special though. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yes, he's very talented. Yes, he's not a bust. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, he's super big. He has a super strong arm, but it's not like I'm out there watching something that I've never seen before. It's not like that. So, to me, the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, in my opinion, in order are Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs, Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, and Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles. That is my top 5 quarterbacks in the game right now. And like I said, that's not mentioning Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa. That's not mentioning a lot of dudes. So to me, I do think Deshaun Watson is an elite quarterback, but he's not top 5, especially just returning into the league. He got to show that he's top 5. He got to show it in the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? What do they say the NFL stands for? Not for long. You feel me? Not for long. So you got to show me that you're still a top 5 quarterback. Although the last time we done seen some good stuff out of Deshaun Watson. That's why to me he is more of the middle of the pack once he's going to hit like the middle of that top 10 pack, maybe towards like that. Maybe he might be 5 for real. He might jump up there to like 3 or 4. You feel what I'm saying? Once he catches his stride, because he can't run the ball and he's super accurate. He was completing 70% of his passes the last time he was playing football. So Deshaun Watson is definitely an elite talent. I just wouldn't say a top 5 quarterback, especially after missing almost 2 years of football. Let's move on. Von Miller updated us on his injury on his podcast yesterday. And to keep it short and simple, he did say that he is eyeing a December 11th return against the New York Jets for himself. He did say he had a little bit of damage, a little bit of tears, but he is eyeing a December 11th return against the New York Jets for the Buffalo Bills. What does that mean? To me, I mean, as long as Von Miller can come back and be close to what he is as a closer and a pass rusher, then it's going to bode well for the Buffalo Bills. But if he's trying to force it back because he know what he signed, the guaranteed money, and then he re-injures himself, then it could spell bad, very big bad signs for the Buffalo Bills, because that's the only pass rusher they got. So hopefully Von Miller is cool, and hopefully he will be able to finish off the season and go through the playoff run without any more injuries or re-aggravating his current injury. But we have wait to see. We got to wait and see. Let me know what y'all think, though. What did y'all think of the ESPN NBA games that came on yesterday of the Golden State Warriors losing at the buzzer to the Dallas Mavericks 116-113? The Los Angeles Clippers beating the Portland Trailblazers 118-112. And should Michigan have been the number 1 ranked team in the new college football playoff rankings? And is Deshaun Watson a top 5 quarterback once he steps back on the field? And what does Von Miller eyeing a return for December 11th against the New York Jets mean for the Buffalo Bills? Episode 64, MadMizzy Sports Morning Show. Like, comment, share, subscribe, listen, alert, MizzyWorld Entertainment. Gang.